What's up, YouTube? Jeff back again today. Another very exciting Samsung video for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about an application on your Galaxy smartphone that can save you a ton of battery life. And it's also an application that allows you to add a quick tile that a lot of people have asked me about over the years, which is called the Screen Curtain Quick Tile. So we're going to get into that today. Before we do, I want to thank my 4-year-old son, Jonathan. We've got the Typhlosion hanging out back here. You can see he's really gotten into the Pokemon lately, so now we've got the Typhlosion card hanging out. I think he looks pretty nice looking at the side there. We always appreciate him. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you check out our website, sammyguru.com, covering the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, reviews. We have a full writing team over there. We recently redesigned the header on mobile to make it a little bit better with the search and everything. If you guys are in the US, you can also get in our free mystery box program. You get a free case, cleaning kit, desktop phone stand, all those other randomly inserted goodies as well. We give out Amazon gift cards, Google Play credit. All you have to do is put in your phone number, your email address, or both. We covered the cost of shipping for the boxes. The only thing you have to do is use our Samsung affiliate link to order your device directly from Samsung's website on launch day. Now that's how we pay for all the boxes and the shipping cost as well. Check that out below. It'll be in the pinned comment and description if you're interested. So the application I'm talking about, I've spent a lot of time on this channel talking about Good Lock, but Samsung actually has another suite of applications for your Samsung phone that's made by Samsung. This is actually a software development team within Samsung. And if you go to the Galaxy Store and search for Good Guardians, you'll find it right here. The new name of Galaxy Labs, that's actually the hyphenated title. This is made by Samsung internally, just like Good Lock. And this actually allows you to change and enhance the performance of your device. So if you download this, it's very similar to Good Lock in that there's a bunch of different modules for Good Guardians. So you've got Battery Tracker, Battery Guardian, Galaxy App Booster, Thermal Guardian, Memory Guardian, and Media File Guardian. So 6 total modules here that you can utilize. Now, I don't use all of them. In fact, some of them, Galaxy App Booster, I'm not a huge fan of, and certain portions of each module I also don't use, but these top 2 can be very helpful, Battery Tracker, Battery Guardian. And today I'm going to talk specifically a lot about Battery Guardian, but before we look at Battery Guardian, which is a little more involved, let's look at Battery Tracker. Battery Tracker gives more detailed statistics than the information you can get in the regular battery screen in One UI. So you have a graph here that gives you your battery level in the teal, and then down here shows you how much screen on time. So you can see if there's a big correlation between the drop and the screen on time, which typically, if something isn't draining your battery in a crazy way, there should be a correlation between how much the screen is on and how much battery you're losing, because the screen should be one of the primary things draining your battery. Now up here, it's just a select period of time. You can actually do a little window. This is really cool. Get custom periods in a lot easier way. The UI is a lot easier to use. And then you've also got last 7 days. You can check that as well. Here, they've got percent and hours, total hours that you use the phone. So this also, of course, shows you your most used apps. You can tap into it, get information about this particular one, and put the app to sleep right there at the bottom. So the battery tracker is very useful, but even more useful, and one that I actually get a lot of questions about because it has a very specific screen tile that some people have noticed on their device in the past, is the Battery Guardian module. So this one allows you to save a bunch of battery life on your Galaxy phone. And this is outside of the regular battery savings inside of One UI 6.1. So if you look here, you've got app power saving. I typically turn this off because if you want to get real-time notifications for your email, your social media, etc., this is going to interfere with that a little bit. Just like the regular power saving mode and sleeping mode inside the battery settings in One UI, if you turn this on, sometimes it might move one of those apps like Facebook, whatever, Instagram, to sleep, power saving when you don't want it to because you want to get your notifications, you might miss something. So I leave that one off. This feature is awesome. I almost always turn this on. This auto dims the apps when the screen is not used. And so here you can actually choose to edit to exclude specific apps. So if you like, obviously like YouTube or any other video applications that you have, you might not want those to do this. So you can go ahead and add those. Otherwise, it'll auto dim the screen when you're not using it, not interacting with it, and that's fantastic. It pretty much ignores video apps anyway. Standard refresh rate apps. Here you can choose to turn this on, and you can run certain applications in the standard refresh rate. So let's say there's a particular application, like Cafe Rio, and I don't use that often, just as an example. But if there's something you don't care about having like super smooth, scrolling, like obviously your socials, you want to have the super smooth refresh rate. But if you don't care about that, you can save battery by not turning on super smooth scrolling, the super high refresh rate when you're in particular applications, which will save you some battery life depending on how often you use each of those. Of course, you can remove those applications at any time. Network power saving, which is another new feature here they had. Selected apps will not use 5G data network when mobile data usage is low. Now, this one basically just, if you have a plan that's not unlimited, most people do these days, you could basically come on here, and you could choose something like maybe Google Drive. I don't want to upload my photos when mobile data usage is low, or maybe YouTube. Maybe I don't want to do that. I could add these here for network power saving purposes and also saving on your data. That's not one that I typically turn on. So actually, before I forget, I'll turn this off. This is not one I use, but it is an option that they added recently. I'm going to come back to screen curtain last because that's the one that I've been asked about many times. Power saving during bedtime, you can extend your battery life by entering your bedtime. This is not something I typically use. And then extend battery life by optimizing your settings. Here you can just go through and see some recommendations they have. Obviously, I like to have my brightness up. I like to have the highest screen resolution. These are things that a lot of these I'm not going to take the recommendation. I like keyboard sounds. But if you want to tweak some of these, it at least tells you what can impact your battery life. So and if you want to change those things, then you could do that. The last one is screen curtain. This is one people have asked me about a decent amount. What screen curtain does is even if the screen is turned off, the app is running. If you need to run an app for a long time, try screen curtain mode. So if you need to run something that's doing a batch process, or maybe you just want a process to finish and you don't want people to see sensitive details like banking, whatever, you can turn on the screen curtain mode. It's automatically not available during calls, games, or YouTube and YouTube Music, which you wouldn't want it off during most of those things anyway, because you need access to settings, or obviously you're watching something in YouTube. You can add a quick setting button, which I already have, and then also in accessibilities, you can choose to have a shortcut in the accessibility settings as well and have a gesture. Now, people have asked me in the past about this because if you go up here, sometimes people have seen it. You go into your quick settings here, you'll see screen curtain, it's right there. And some people didn't know what this does. So I'll show you, like if I'm in an application, let's say I'm in Twitter, and then I go in here and I turn on screen curtain, what it's gonna do is it's going to turn on the screen curtain. It's gonna tell me that X, which is Twitter, of course, X, Twitter, whatever. They changed the name and I still prefer Twitter. You're gonna see this thing that says X is running and it says double tap or press the power button key to turn on the screen. So you can double tap this, then it's going to turn it on. It'll go right back into X, right? And it only stays in the screen curtain mode until you double tap the screen, and then necessarily it won't continue with the screen curtain mode. You can see it's not enabled now. It actually turns off after I go back in and enter the screen. But this can be a very useful feature. I think a lot of people don't know about this feature. I think screen curtain is a feature Samsung released with Good Guardians that's very little known among even some enthusiast Galaxy users. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification icon, future videos like this. Let me know if you guys use Good Guardians or screen curtain or any of that stuff. Check out the Mystery Box program if you're in the US right there. I'll drop the link in the pinned comment description. And I appreciate you guys checking it out. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.